The mask stays on.
My nipples look like milk duds. And who do you rule? The large dark nipple people? That's what we gotta do. We gotta edit 300 with all the Kong Pao characters inside. The army of the large dark nipple people. This is as close as I'm gonna get to an eye patch. Wait. My eye's covered. Is one eye covered? Not really.
Why don't you just leave the... There you go.
Is it better?
You're not covering one eye, but at least it's like the same... Okay. I can't take you anywhere.
I do the driving. I take you most places.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm not lying. We have a solid sip.
I do.
Yeah.
Hold on, reading a quick summary of this and then writing it.
Quick summary.
Yeah.
Quick
Yeah.
summary.
Uh-huh.
So how was the burrito this morning?
It's dry.
Dry. Yeah, that's why I got it with the spicy mayo. Your tapatio didn't like wetten it, like moisten up the burrito? No. No, I never had tapatio.
What?
No. Nah, dog.
Why not?
I don't know. I just never really liked spicy foods or spice stuff. Yeah.
I got some atomic wings the other day at work.
Yeah.
Maybe like a couple weeks ago. And my boss was making fun of me because like I was like chugging my water.
Yeah.
But it's like
Atomic.
yeah, that's kind of the whole point of hot food, you know? So
Yeah.
there's this like whole conversation about like how it was too hot for me and I was full, so I didn't finish it out.
Yeah.
There's this whole conversation about how like I tapped out, it was too hot for me, and I was just like, no, it was just I'm full. And so to prove a point, I literally took like 5 pieces of chicken and just like ate them all, and this is not a good idea.
No.
But it proved the point.
Yeah.
So now there's my boss was asking everyone who would stand spice better, me or her. Everyone picked her because one lady, one of the like outside providers, even came in and said, like, "Oh, are you Hispanic?" to my boss, and my boss was like, "Yeah." Well, then I pick you, and I was just like, "But
I'm Hispanic too.
I'm Hispanic. Like I know I don't look like it, but
pick me.
And I'm like, I have to have spicy everything. Like, it has to have.
Apple Jacks Tapatio spicy.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a reason why
Not
that
even-
bottle is so big.
It's not no milk, just the sauce.
Just
I had a bowl of Apple Jacks this morning. So, without any milk. Oh, go right ahead, sir. John doesn't know that reference.
no, I don't. Can't believe I would forget.
I know.
I thought he was joking when he said, "What movie?" I'm like, oh.
And then knowing that you're going on, like, you're not gonna be here next week. You should have known we were doing 2.
Yeah.
It's okay, Albert.
It's okay. Luckily, I've seen this. I just need a refresher.
Do, 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 do. Oh, the last episode that you released the talking sip, got to make a correction. I said my wife's children. It's my wife's sister's children. That's the only kids I interact with. My wife has no children as of yet. Well, I mean, technically, no. If it's not born, it's not that. You can't consider it, right? It depends on how you look at it, right?
I
It's kind of weird.
I'm just ignore him, Albert.
Okay.
Keep reading your synopsis.
But as of now, we have no children.
Okay.
Yeah. But I was listening to it like 2 times, like, dang, I messed up that bad. How you doing over there? Yeah. Just making sure you're doing all right. Toasty. Me too. Yeah.
You have a corset on.
Okay.
I can't breathe.
All right. As punishment, Albert,
Yes.
I need you to intro as a
Pirate?
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Okay.
Thank you, Jack. Not you. We named the monkey Jack. I hope this is my kid.
Oh God! Why did you Pikachu like that?
It's a good kid.
Just kicked him.
Just kicked him.
What's wrong with Pikachu?
Show me.
Oh, sorry. What's wrong with Pikachu is
He's not a real starter. I showed that to you literally 2 days ago, Jesse.
Yeah, I remember that.
You acted like you never seen this.
No.
I was like, wait, were you asleep then too?
Dude, that kid just didn't know how to control his feet. Just kicked Pikachu by accident.
Hey, but he chose right. He chose Squirtle. He chose correct.
the best starter in the game.
If my
In
child
the
was
whole
not
game?
Squirtle,
In the
he'd
whole
fight
Though out of
game.
all 9
Bulbasaur.
generations,
No,
best starter?
those are multiple games. I said the game.
oh, the original.
Yeah.
Best starter out of the 3. I've always been particular for fire starters, so I'll go with Charmander.
Dumb lizard.
Charmander.
I love my veggies, so Bulbasaur.
Yikes.
What? Water.
Okay then. Where's my outline?
I told you a story about this movie, right?
No, go ahead.
Oh yeah.
After the intro.
Oh, okay. You're Johnny Boy. Welcome to the Black Pearl. Something about living a
that's
nightmare because
Barbosa.
you're in one.
He definitely did Barbosa, not Jack Sparrow. It's okay. Still funny. What's your story?
So back in the day, back in 2002, 2003, I almost said 2023 again. Back in 2003, when this movie was coming out, my parents wanted to go see this movie, probably because it had Johnny Depp inside of it. And us being little wee children, we were scared of the skeleton effects. And my dad, I don't know what he bribes my other siblings with, but he bribed me with a big nice knife. So he's like, if
Whoa.
you see this, we're going to get you a knife. Maybe it was a video game. I think it was a video game. Knife was for whitewater rafting. But I got a video game out of this. I don't know what it was, which one, but got a
Pirates of the
game.
Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
You know what's crazy? So we should have definitely done this movie last year
Yeah.
since it came out in 2003.
Yeah.
20 year.
Yeah. Similar thing happened to me like when I saw this movie and for the trailers. I don't like scary movies,
Yeah.
but it's advertised. It was advertised like as a scary-ish
Yeah.
movie,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and so I was like, "There's no way I'm going to see this in theaters," and so I never did until it came out on DVD or VHS or whatever it was at the time, probably DVD.
DVD.
And then like, it is my biggest regret that I never saw this movie in theaters.
We went to go see it after bribing us.
My mom would never bribe me to see it because she also doesn't like scary stuff. So
Yeah. But she like Johnny Depp?
yeah.
Yeah.
But like I remember in the trailer like they show like the skeletons walking underwater.
Yeah.
And it was just very much weirdly advertised
As a
kind of
horror,
movie,
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Even though this movie was made because of the ride they
Of the
had at
ride.
Disneyland.
Yeah. Literally just a ride.
Yeah.
And that
Guys,
was- it's super weird.
who hasn't been to Disneyland?
This guy.
This guy.
Wait, still?
I still have never been to Disneyland.
We go in Disneyland, dude.
My mom took me when I was a newborn, so I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Are we going Disneyland?
Save up a grand.
How
We're
was
going to
Disneyland?
No, we can
I
spend
didn't
less than
know
a
that.
grand. We can spend less than a grand for a weekend.
Yeah.
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 Okay, details. This is directed by Gore Verbinski. The tagline is "Prepare to be blown out of the water." Budget estimated at $140 million. Release date July 9th, 2003. A runtime of 2 hours and 23 minutes. It's rated PG-13. Box office worldwide of estimated at $654 million. I forgot if it was higher or lower. I did it yesterday. It's currently streaming on Disney Plus with the other movies. Let's go ahead and get into our solid sip, the 6-word summary of the movie.
I think there's like 5 total movies now, or 6?
5.
5? I
Yeah.
think there's a 6th one in the works.
Maybe, but I don't know if Johnny Depp's attached to it. So if it's not, then I'm
Oh.
not watching it.
Is the 5th one with Johnny Depp too?
Yeah.
I have not seen that one.
Yep.
I have not seen it either.
Yep.
You seen it?
Stranger's Tides is number 4. Number 5 is like Dead Man Tell No Tell. Yeah.
Something like
It
that.
has Javier Bardem as the pirate
I have not seen it.
antagonist. Yeah.
But I've got great acting, CGI, and set pieces.
Yeah.
I have cursed. I skipped this in theaters.
Curse.
I mean-
That's
Okay.
pretty good. That's
Yeah.
pretty good. Mine is dorkiest pirate I've ever heard of,
But you have heard of him.
but I have heard of him.
That's gotta be the worst pirate I've ever seen.
That's got to be the best pirate I've ever seen. I half expect it is made of wood.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's like I said. I really wish I had actually seen this in theaters. Kind of a travesty.
It's pretty fun.
We can see if it comes out like a re-release in theaters. I'll go
Tuesday
watch it
night
with
classic. Since we're old.
you. Yeah.
Because 2003 is not a new movie anymore.
Yeah.
They're
I gotta change
classics.
my rating then. Hold on. real
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. Let's rate this movie out of 10 black flags.
Unless you guys convince me of more bad things about the movie than I can think of, this is like a 9 for me.
I was going to say 9 for me as well, or 10.
Yeah.
I really enjoy this one. Like, Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I think the second one is even higher. I don't know if it's a 10 or 11, but yeah, the second one's my favorite.
Okay.
part of the crew.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably give this like a solid 8 shillings.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it a lot. There's just things now that I'm older, I'm thinking like,
Don't
huh,
make sense as much.
it doesn't make sense. The humor is like pretty nonstop, not as bad as like Marvel is, but
This started
That's
in
why I
the
like
Marvel
number 2
universe.
better.
yeah, this one is like nonstop jokes with the about I guess women in London stop learning to breathe or whatever, and then Will breaks the light and puts it in. That was a funny one, but it was like literally 5 jokes in it, like in a row. I'm like, dang, they really like peppered this thing heavily with humor.
I mean, that's why I feel like it's way made for kids more than
Yeah,
how they advertised it.
yeah.
Dude, to this day, really weird.
It is a really weird advertising campaign for this when they could have got a good blend.
Yeah, I feel like they were trying to get the parents in to bring the kids.
Yeah, but if all the kids want to stay home with grandma because they're afraid,
Yeah.
you just lost.
Then they
half.
bring the kids back the next time.
They're like, it's not scary. Watch trailer again. Still scary.
Okay. Does anyone have any trivia? I didn't really look too much, to be honest with you.
Trying to remember.
Thought I had some trivia, but apparently I don't.
Nope.
So this came out in 2003.
3.
When did the first Lord of the Rings come out? 2002, 2003,
1 or 2.
2001.
Looking, hold on. 2001.
Okay, so just Orlando Bloom was just all over these properties.
Yep.
Legolas, Will Turner, he's just like the pretty boy and everything. Yeah,
Yeah, this time he was
he's
at
pretty
the
big.
peak of his prettiness.
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of fell off after, but
You take that back.
no, sorry. I don't see anything of interest. So, characters. I only did a couple. The main 4, basically.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp plays Jack Sparrow. Orlando Bloom plays Will Turner. Keira Knightley plays Elizabeth Swann, and Jeffrey Rush plays Barbossa.
Who does Johnny Depp play?
Jack Sparrow.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Get it right, John.
Thank you, Jesse.
I thought you were gonna catch on to that.
We named the monkey Jesse too. Okay. Anyway, likes, dislikes, everything in between. What do you like about the movie, Jesse?
Like Albert was saying, set pieces are really good. All the ships are fantastic. I watched this on Blu-ray. I don't know how old the Blu-ray is. I think it's like an older-ish Blu-ray, but it looked really good. I'm imagining the CGI minus the skeletons and stuff like that, and some of the action is pretty scarce.
Mm-hmm.
It's all like real water, whether it be like, I don't know,
On location.
contained location or
Yeah.
like actual water, like
The
big
ocean.
Ocean. Well, I don't know if they would film in the ocean like a lake or something, or
True.
probably be more controllable in the lake. I don't know. I don't know the. Anyways, everything just looks really good. All the actors, actresses do a really good job at what they're given. I love the language in this movie too. The
Yeah.
old style,
What
older
we
English.
think is old style.
Yeah, older style. Yeah, what we think. But just it sounds really it just flows off the tongue
Mm-hmm.
really nicely. Costumes
So
it's
good.
just so good. Everything is about this movie is really good. Except maybe some of the actions of certain characters, but
The music is so good.
music
So
is good.
iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna work out to this later on. The music.
What?
I'm gonna work out to this music later.
Oh.
on.
Okay. Nice.
To John's recording of it.
Yeah, John's recording
just
just
the podcast.
just the loop. Those 3 seconds. I'm just gonna loop it. You gotta be jacked, Jack Sparrow.
Oh, I get it. You're Jack Sparrow.
They call me Captain Barbell.
Okay.
Captain Barbell Jack Sparrow.
But yeah, I like the close quarters fighting, the swords,
Yeah.
especially between Jack Sparrow and Will Turner in the beginning.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what? I paused just to pause.
He just had a stroke.
No.
right now.
I paused just to pause. The one at the beginning because he's a pirate and so Will is very much like by the book, proper. Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah, and so he's
So
like, "Oh, you got good footwork. What if I step this way?" And then he just like leads him so he could just walk out the door.
Yep.
And then Will throws the sword. He's like, "That's a fancy party trick or something like that." And
He was not leaving at that time. He would never leave without his hat. That's how you knew he wasn't leaving. He didn't grab his hat.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is dumb. If you know Jack Sparrow, then you know he's not leaving without that hat.
At this point, you don't know the Jack Sparrow.
yeah, exactly.
This is kind of the
this point,
first
you don't know
time
Jack
you kind
Sparrow.
of see him for the first time,
Yeah.
but you kind of learn about him during the fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's why I think that's a good scene because a fight should also tell a story within it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he cheats.
He
He cuts the bag and pours it on his
But
head.
it's a cheating, right?
Yeah.
It's a fight. All's fair in love and war.
No, it's definitely cheating.
Well, okay.
You definitely win
He's a
against,
pirate. What do you
You
expect?
definitely win against the rules of engagement.
You're a hard character to pick, Jack. Is that like Jack Nicholson?
Yeah, a little bit.
What were you even saying?
I forgot what he was like talking about how he's hard to predict, and he's like, a dishonest man can be always dishonest. And he's like, it's the honest ones you have to watch out for. They might do something completely stupid. Very bad Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
But I like all his lessons that he teaches people. He's either testing them or teaching them, and you just see why. And they mention it in the movie why he was not fit to be the captain, or in their eyes, because he wasn't piratey enough. He wasn't like mean enough.
Mm-hmm.
When they talk about going over and sending to get retrieve the medallion, and Barbossa's like, why it's easier to search dead bodies. Like he's like, this is why you weren't fit to be captain, because you were just too nice. So I never noticed that. I watched this probably a good 5 times at least, and this time I caught on to like, oh yeah, like he was just too good of a person to be a great pirate, or the conventional like stereotypical pirate.
Yeah, he's more self-preserving, but maybe not selfish
Yeah,
in a way that pirates think other pirates should be.
yeah, yeah,
Like self-preserving morally.
yeah. He's in that gray area.
Yeah.
Of like, yeah, I want to do some bad things, but I'm not gonna just kill and hurt random people. I'm gonna just make sure no one gets in my way, and if they get in my way, try to avoid it. If not, cut a bag of sawdust.
Mm-hmm.
So, what was the conflict that started the mutiny? Was the like over the equal rights to know where the treasure is or something like that?
I think it was something like that. Yeah, can't remember
And
the
then
exact words.
The night after was when the mutiny happened. Is when he relinquished the rights to like that knowledge.
I think so.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't remember the exact verbiage, but yeah, it was
Mhm.
something about knowing the location of the treasure or something.
And then Bootstrap didn't like it, and that's why he got plunged to the bottom of the ocean.
Yep.
And he's the one who placed the curse on them? From
No.
my understanding? No?
The
It was
curse
just
of the gold?
Yeah,
The gold is from the Aztecs.
yeah. For some reason, I thought Bootstrap Bill like
What is the blood of?
there's some
Because
reason
everybody,
why it tied.
all the pirates had to return the gold with blood.
With their blood. That's
But
why.
Bill was dead.
Because they killed him
C-
after.
Right. But not knowing that they needed his blood later on.
Hmm.
And
So they
that's
need-
why he survives and makes it to the next movie.
Because
Oh.
of something else that happens, yes.
So wouldn't it need Johnny Depp's blood after he steals that coin too?
No, because he wasn't part of the curse.
At the time, Jack wasn't part of the crew that stole the gold.
Yeah. But he still got affected by the curse.
Because he had the gold
Temporarily,
piece.
because he did take gold from the treasure.
Yeah.
But not at the same time as the rest of the crew.
So specific. Yeah, I love it when curses are so specific.
Yeah, what you're saying makes sense.
Especially like at the beginning because I couldn't remember everything about the movie, all the small details. But I was like, wouldn't Elizabeth and Will be like skeletons? But you have to take it from the chest. So that's the point of the
Right.
Yeah, if it gets passed down to you from father to son, you're not affected by the curse. Or wait. So they overthrow, they mutiny. Jack is out of the picture. Bootstrap Bill is with them when they still, I'm assuming, has to be with them before he sinks to the bottom of the ocean. But he gives the piece to his son before they can get to it.
Yep.
Interesting.
The timeline
It's
is
kinda
not making sense
funky.
to me either.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about that right now. Yeah. I mean, I would assume they would have known the first night of Moonlight they were cursed, and they probably been like, huh, this is weird. Like, get all your gold back if you haven't already used it. Yeah. It's a little, when you think about it too hard, like any movie, it starts to like
Fall apart.
fall apart. You see the holes in the skeleton and the flesh that it is. But I like the first interaction with Jack Sparrow, and you get him on his boat, and he's paying.
Not his boat.
Huh?
Not his boat.
Oh, it's someone else's boat.
Yeah.
The lady's boat.
Yeah.
So he's paying his respects to the pirates being hung, and then he drops his pail, his bucket, right? And then next you see everyone's turning and they're looking at him as he's on his mast, and it's like this, like 5 feet away from the being completely sunk. And so some of his humor works and some of it doesn't. But this is like a great scene where he gets to right at the dock, and then the person's like, "Hey, like you gotta pay a shilling for that," and he's just looking like it's barely even parked. Like someone could run over it and no one would notice.
No, yeah.
So it's funny. You see his character. Let's see, like
He's like
3 shillings.
3 shillings, and then he takes the coin purse.
There's only 2 in there. Oh,
Oh, yep.
Profit.
profit -1.
At least he got. Then he just paid the 1 shilling, right?
Yeah, and they paid 1 shilling. Yeah.
Yeah. Keep going.
It just Johnny Depp in this role is just so perfect. I couldn't imagine anyone else doing
Right.
Jack Sparrow.
Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
The way he carries himself too, like throughout the whole movie, like I don't know.
How he walks. How he talks.
I
Yeah.
feel like I couldn't be able to do the whole, like how does Will just like
Yeah. Should have got a pirate hat. With dreadlocks.
with dreadlocks?
Doesn't he have dreadlocks?
Braids.
braids?
Yeah, not dreadlocks.
There's a difference.
Yes.
Yeah.
100% a difference.
But his hair is not braided. It's more dreadlock ish.
No,
There's
it's
a-
definitely braided.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not all the way to the top of his head either.
Maybe in later movies he has dreadlocks.
Maybe.
Maybe? Why am I imagining him with dreadlocks?
At least for the strands in front of his face, it's braided. Because there's beads inside of them.
Huh. Now I gotta search this. Am I doing a Mandela effect on myself?
He probably does have dreads, but it's for me when I think of his hairstyle, it's mostly braids.
Captain Jack Casino. What? Maybe it's just like that's in a different movie. This is like Pirates 4. Those are more dreadlocky-ish, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
those are
that's-
dreads.
That's he
Let me
gets
see.
he gets dreadlocks in like part 4 or something. It's kind of dreadlocky-ish, right?
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. I thought he had dreadlocks in the first one.
I mean, either way, you don't have a lot of chance to do hair care, so dreadlocks happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. Unless you're rich and you're bathe more frequently.
You can have soap and fresh water and not salt
Yeah.
water. Yeah.
Yeah. But Johnny Depp steals the show.
Yep.
For sure. Orlando Bloom does a really good job. Jeffrey Wright does a really good job.
Rush?
Yeah. Rush? Jeffrey Rush does a really good job. The only other movie I know Jeffrey Rush from is there was The King's Speech. Have you seen The King's Speech?
No, I want to.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
That's a really good movie. Yeah. Pretty sure he's in that movie and he does a really good job.
I want to watch Enigma too.
Enigma? What's
It's
that
got
about?
Benedict Cumberbatch in it.
Enigma. What's it about?
Breaking the
Bomb?
no
No?
code from the Germans.
Oh, okay. 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 Is that how old is that?
How old the movie?
Yeah.
I think
Oh.
it's like in the 2010s.
2010s?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We do Enigma January.
Like Enigma Code or something like that. Yeah.
I was looking at.
We're just talking about movies.
But
that-
Jeffrey, for some reason, talked about Jeffrey Rush.
Jeffrey
and then-
Rush and The King's Speech. Have you seen The
Yeah.
King's Speech?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What did you watch it for?
Class in college.
Me too, right? I forgot what class. Communications, maybe.
No, mine was a movie, and
A movie.
it was like a movies class.
You like the movie? It's pretty good, right?
Yeah, I like it.
It's a pretty good movie. Yeah.
All my life, like in high school, Miss Crusoe told me that like you could find the meaning of like most books or movies just by as long as you have proof. And then the teacher for that class was like, no, that's not the meaning of the movie. And I was just like, but I have proof. Like, so I was just like, what do you mean? Like,
Did you lie to me?
yeah. Like, who am I supposed to believe? This teacher I've had for 4 years, or just some random movie buff guy that?
It's the honest ones you gotta watch out for. She did something completely stupid. The zombie effects, CGI is good for the time. Like, still, it holds up pretty good.
Yeah.
But the zombie effects, especially like when Barbossa's drinking the wine and it's
Oh,
spilling
yeah.
through his rib
That one's
cage and
good.
soaking through him, and you're like, oh, that's a cool, gruesome effect right there.
Yep.
And then when they utilize the skeletonliness of the people, so when they're in the moonlight and they shove like a grenade in them and they push him
Yeah.
out, and then
Into the shade.
into the shade, so now he's like he can't reach for the bomb.
Yeah.
So just all the things they do are pretty creative. Walk into the bottom of the ocean
Yep.
instead
With
of
the canoe.
well, that too with the
But he's
canoe?
talking about when they send
when there
the-
were the skeletons. Yeah. Well, that boat trick wouldn't work, right? You would float to the top
If you're heavy enough,
if you're heavy enough.
you could still just counteract the buoyancy of the air that the canoe holds.
I feel as though that you would need less air, but I don't know. I feel like you would. But yeah, it's a really good, just creative
That was a
ways.
practical effect.
Yeah, maybe.
No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe it's practical. My dad got the canoe. Let's do it.
I don't want to risk my life with you.
Oh,
Wait, do you know how to swim?
I do.
Oh, okay.
What the heck?
I don't remember. I knew some. There's some people I know that don't know how to swim, so.
This guy.
I can swim, not very good.
He just sinks to the bottom.
Yeah, I'm a skeleton.
The whole thing behind the skeleton stuff, though, like, I'm just a little confused by.
Yeah.
Like, so if there's like any type of lighting whatsoever, does that mean that they just are human form?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Because when they raid the town in the very beginning, like, I get that they want to like withhold the
No,
mystery.
they visually cover the moon with clouds. That's their excuse.
Oh.
So that when the storm comes, you see before they reach the town, the moon is covered by clouds.
Oh, okay.
So there's that little hint of like, oh, why are we focusing on the moon right now? Is it just because we're spooky? No, it's not.
They also don't need a full moon, right? It just needs moonlight in general.
Just moonlight in general,
Okay.
from my understanding.
Because then later on, like in the prison, that one guy reaches for Jack, and
There's a visual blue light
Yeah.
for the moonlight that
well, you didn't pay
Moonlight.
attention to
Yeah,
everything.
moonlight rays.
I did not pay attention.
Yeah,
to
there were
everything.
moonlight. Yeah, specifically there were
It's-
moonlight rays.
Yeah, it's one of my like how convenient the moonlight is in some of this stuff. I'm like, okay, whatever, but we're dealing with magical skeletons, so I'll let it slide.
Yeah.
Magical skeletons.
Fancy gold curse.
Yeah. So yeah, I took more notes on this movie for some reason than I did for like the past like 5 movies combined. So I don't know why.
Let's hear them.
Oh really?
Yeah, why not?
Some of them.
All right. Why is it glitching? All right. So
lost.
any any particular order, or just want me to go in order that I have it?
Just go ahead in whatever order.
All right. So I have a good, funny, bad, and I have questions. All right. So the good section is I like the compass and the setup of the compass for further sequels. So
Yeah.
they mentioned
Yeah,
like it doesn't point north, but it doesn't mean it's not working. So you're like, oh, okay, there's something up with the compass. The seesaw scene with like the wagon piece when they're like fighting each other on that seesawing
Yep.
thing, and then that's a good fight. Like you said, the first fight's really good.
Yep.
They set up Will Turner's father, Bootstrap Bill. He appears in the sequel, so that's kind of good to hear. Like a little bit of him. He looks
part of the crew.
he looks nothing like Orlando Bloom, so they lied to you on that part.
Maybe when he was younger.
maybe he had like
And
facial
not
hair.
fish or
Yeah,
ocean
not-
themed.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tuna man.
Man.
Tuna mayo.
And then the wine drinking scene, like I said, it was really good.
Yeah.
Like that was
The
a
CGI
really
with
good
the
scene.
skeleton.
That was like the stuff. I didn't enjoy the movie so much. I just forgot to recorded a lot of stuff. So funny. I like it when Gibbs, what's his name?
Yeah.
Gibbs. When he's like, it's bad to have a woman on board, and he's like, he's drinking while he's at work. I'm like, it's probably more bad luck that you're drinking than there's a girl on the boat.
Nah,
My
that's
favorite part
normal.
with Gibbs is like they toss the water on him to wake him up, and then he throws another bucket. He's like, I'm already awake. Just for the smell.
That's for the smell.
And he's like,
Okay,
you're right.
Fine. Sleeping on pigs.
valid point.
Jack Sparrow's boat sinking. That was funny. And then the sea turtle story about how Jack escapes tying some sea turtles
With his
and
hair.
He just lies about escaping on turtles, and he goes, from my back. Like, he must have a lot of back hair.
Yep. With his hair.
It's just dreadlocked in the back. It's braided back hair. Let's see. So I just like it how Commodore, he's like so ready to kill, Jack Sparrow.
Yep.
And then Will, when he rescues Jack, but he's just so forgiving of Elizabeth. But it'd have been so funny if he's just like,
Kill her.
Will says like, oh, the hangman's gonna have 2 pairs of boots tonight or something like that, and the Commodore should be like, make it 3 now.
Oh my god.
Hang her.
No, he would have done that.
Yeah, no, he's too proper. But he's so calm and collective, even though a pirate literally stole his booty.
Okay, first of all, pirate didn't steal his booty.
Oh, he did.
She was already like definitely more in love with Will.
She was hesitant already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For like that whole dynamic is just like that's a smart what did the maid describe it as? That's a smart wedding or something like that. A smart,
Smart
yeah.
match or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then like but she's like, but Will, and then
He's a fine man too.
yeah.
That's too bold.
That's too old.
Keira Knightley on a scale of 1 to 10
this movie?
shillings. Yeah.
You first, Albert.
8 in this movie, like a 10 in the next movie.
I was gonna say 8. So I'm
Oh,
happy.
really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised because you're pretty harsh
Okay.
on
First of all, I'm harsh with your picks because your picks are not good-looking women.
yeah, but I wasn't saying on like the white lady is not your favorite.
Yeah, I know.
You have a couple of
There's a couple
diamonds in
that
the
like
rough.
fit through the
Yeah.
holes, you know.
fit through your holes. Oh.
Oh, whoops.
But solid 8 for you.
Yeah.
She's it. All right. So there's always a debate between, and Nicole got this mixed up. Natalie Portman or Keira Knightley. They kind of. I don't think they look the same.
Nope.
But some people.
If
think
you have
they
them
do.
side by side, no.
They do not.
I could see mixing them up if you're watching different movies of them.
If you're watching Phantom Menace, where she's literally the decoy for Queen Amidala.
Exactly.
Yeah, but they're literally wearing makeup.
Exactly. It's meant to be a decoy.
Yeah.
But if you have separate movies of them, I could see you thinking they're the same person.
So, who's better looking, in your opinion? I don't think Natalie Portman's like. I think she's overhyped, a little bit.
Assuming the same age, Keira Knightley.
Keira Knightley, yeah. Natalie Portman's 4 years older than Keira Knightley, apparently, or is it the other way around?
Kira's 39 and Natalie's
43, yeah, 43, yeah. John's gotta do some
Research.
research, Jinx, for science.
Hold on. Still keep talking.
Did you give your answer?
Yeah, Keira Knightley.
He said
Keira Knightley. Keira
yeah.
Knightley. Yeah, I agree. I think Keira Knightley has a better, just bone structure. I don't know. Her face is, I don't know.
Yeah.
Better.
More
I
attractive.
think it just depends on the movie. Like if I look at them like not in movie character form, neither. But if I look at like movies like Pirates of the Caribbean versus
Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones, I definitely go with Pirates of the Caribbean.
You
So
do get
Keira
some
Knightley.
midriff in you get some midriff in
Attack of the Clones.
Second Attack of the Clones. But you do who's the guy with the wooden eye? What's his name?
Wooden Eye?
Yeah.
Oh, in Pirates.
Pirates, yeah.
Yeah, he switched movies on you.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
It's like in Star Wars?
Anyways, that guy in the sequel and he looks up and he's like
yeah.
and then the guy looks and it's the fat guy that walks right into the place and he's like, oh, like staring into some fat guy's nuts. Going back to the first movie, bad. So obviously, Captain Jack Sparrow would not
Captain.
leave without his hat. So I knew like he's not leaving. The lack of
Rigetti is the one with the wooden eye.
Rigetti,
Yeah,
Yeah,
the-
Pintel is the other one.
The
Pinto?
comedy duel.
yeah.
Yeah.
They overdo those in the sequels a little bit.
They do.
The lack of blood, even though we get some blood, I think it's a lack of blood. It's a Disney movie, so I understand why it's gonna be. But you've
Mhm.
already went horror. Like, just give us a little more.
Nah, didn't need it.
Didn't need it.
Did not need it.
Needed more.
Didn't care for it.
Movie is good without it.
It would have been funny if they cut their hand, no blood, and just. That would have been funny.
It would not be funny. It'd be weird.
Yeah, it would be weird.
It'd be really weird.
The boat underwater doesn't work, but cool scene. And then now I had this question: why did the medallion call to the pirates like at that time? I think there's an order to the medallions that they have to retrieve it in. Maybe on when they were stolen.
Nah, I don't think so. What do you mean call to them?
It
In the
calls to
beginning?
them. Yeah, it says the medallion calls to us.
Well, I don't think it's about an order. It's just
Closest one,
whatever mechanics of the curse is.
just the closest
I
one
don't need.
calls.
I don't need to know exactly why that works. It just works.
In 500 feet, turn right. Or in 500 feet, turn starboard. But I just found it weird. Like, why would they wait that long to get the medallion if they were right there 8 years ago?
If they're, I don't know.
That's probably where they sunk his father. Like,
Yeah.
in that wreckage, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm assuming.
So they probably
Will's right there with the medallion.
But the medallion's not touching the water.
Does it have to touch the water?
I'm assuming.
I'm
that's what
assuming
it showed
because
us.
yeah, exactly. That it triggered when
It touched
Swan lands in the water.
So once it touches the water, they get the vibration,
Uh huh.
and they can triangulate based off of that.
Yeah.
And they just, it's in the city. We don't know where in the city,
Right.
but we know this person has it.
Yeah.
How?
What do you? Why would they? They know it's not in the water anymore, so that means somebody took it out of the water.
But how do they know it's not? Oh, it'd still be ringing. I guess
Yeah,
that's how they do it.
that's my
Okay.
assumption. I'm not thinking too hard about it.
Dang! Imagine 800 pieces in the water at the same time.
Well, I mean,
Some of them would already
800
have-
is a number that isn't crazy. Like you can pick up 800 of something.
The problem is
Oh, go ahead.
the problem with it is I get that they still haven't revealed that they're skeletons, but she threatens to toss it in the water,
Yeah.
and they're scared by it. But later they show that they don't drown. So
It's just the hassle of having to go and find one medallion in the ocean.
As skeletons,
That's
that's not hard.
scary.
As skeletons, that's not hard.
I feel like that's pretty hard.
I don't think so.
No.
Maybe, I don't know. I would be afraid. Be like, I'm still a skeleton.
So they walk to the boats.
Yeah.
How do they get up? Let me see.
Anchors.
The anchor?
Yeah, the anchors.
Anchor line.
They wait until they're not in the sunlight and they just float to the top. They've been holding air in their lungs.
What lugs?
Exactly. You see his heart in the when you drink. So there's some. I don't know how the water would interact with the lungs
Exactly.
once you.
It's
once
not-
you
it's not gills.
humanify, once you return to full human, there's still water in your lungs, but you're still immortal. Yeah. Okay.
I don't
That works.
But does immortal mean it's just going to evacuate all the water from your lungs?
no, you're choking, but you can't die. You can drown, but you can't.
Yeah,
die.
that sounds terrible.
Yeah, but they can't feel the flesh.
Yeah.
They can't taste. They can't. Whatever, see, smell, hear. They're just.
Do they ever reveal how he gets off the island the first time?
No.
Yeah, they do. He says so. He waits 3 days, and then the rum ships.
The
he
rum
catches
runners.
the rum runners.
You're right.
Yeah,
You're
that's
right.
that's just how he gets off them.
I forgot. For some reason I thought they always make that a ongoing joke.
I think he has more stories like that.
Yeah.
I think he has more stories like that. All right, let me continue with this. I have my last questions and I'm done. So yeah, Elizabeth and Will, why aren't they skeletons? I already answered that question. Have to steal from the chest. Otherwise, you're not a skelly boy. Why doesn't Jack escape? That's why. Exactly. So he doesn't escape. He says he doesn't know how, but he claims to know how to get the dog's key, but the dog doesn't get to him. He gets scared away. So whatever. How doesn't Jack know about the curse? He's mutinied before then. But when he gets the skeleton choke, he goes, so there is a curse. So he's heard about it, but he doesn't know.
So he knows about the treasure, right?
Yeah.
He's the one that had the information on the treasure in the first place. He knows that there's talk of the Black Pearl.
No, he was the captain.
Yeah, he was the
Yeah,
captain. But
okay.
like when he gets back to
Yeah.
like actual like land, he knows that there's the curse of the Black Pearl, right? So there's information still around about the ship.
Yeah. Bless you.
everyone thinks it's a ghost ship now because of
Yeah.
Pirates, skeletons.
yeah.
But rumors go around. It's not like, yeah.
Yeah, rumors go around. So you think when these pirates are in skeleton form, they're lighter or the same weight?
I'm gonna assume they're lighter because there's no flesh and fat on them.
I would assume so too. I don't know why. I just picture like it'd be pretty funny if you're fighting
What?
the skeletons.
Why would they
And you
get
literally
dent?
can just like
Body
bam,
slam
and
them.
then it's just like you're a superhero compared to. I mean, skeletons still weigh like
But they're
good.
they're magical skeletons. I'm
Yeah.
not going to assume anything works still.
So then possibly lighter.
Why
let's-
impossibly?
Possibly.
They're
They-
going to
they
be
act-
lighter.
They act like they're the same weight.
Well, of course. It's not gonna. I'm not thinking too hard.
They still have their gear on.
Oops.
The gear just absorbs all the water.
Yeah.
Okay, so dumb question. Skeleton bodies. Why do the eyes stay good, but all the organs and flesh
I
do
don't-
not?
I don't-
maybe it's not. It's that one eye is just the bad. He lost his one eye, and everyone's about to lose their eyes. I don't know. It's a dumb question. Like the
That's-
eyes are good, but everything else is like rotted
It's
in the moonlight.
magic that fits the narrative.
Yeah.
That's all. You can't think too hard about it.
No, I'm gonna keep the question to myself. Go ahead. That
Go,
was
no,
it.
ask it.
Say, in the moonlight, are their peepees pretty
Oh,
functional?
okay.
or-
Yeah. You should
No, because it's not a bone.
But is it still there or is it not? Like
It's
why?
not.
Like they really want their eyes and they really want that. Do they keep that? Like what determines what flesh they get to keep?
The story.
Yeah,
If it's
not
unnecessary,
it's not there.
if it's unnecessary, it's not
confirmed.
there.
He even Barbosa even makes the comment about how like their lust isn't satisfied anymore, so it's not there.
When they're skeletons, so just stay out of the moonlight.
Yeah.
Stay out of the moonlight.
But it doesn't get hard anymore.
I don't know if that's what. No, I don't know if that's what that means. We got skeleton dysfunction.
They need this special pill.
Special medallion. You need a curse for that. Forever hard.
Forever hard.
Curse of the black pill.
Oh my goodness.
I know it's Search for the Black Pill. That's what they're looking for in the sequel. Sorry, that was a dumb question.
It's okay. You're known for asking dumb questions.
Yeah, it was all good until basically that last question.
Yeah.
Thought it on the spot.
Oh man, sorry. I'm tired. What are your dumb questions?
Your your presence requested with the captain. He wants you to wear this. What if I refuse to? He said you would say that, and if you said he said you said that, you'll be dining with the crew, and you'll be naked. Fine. Okay.
Aw.
So sad.
So sad about it.
There's a joke in this movie about Keira Knightley's not very shapely, but they make a joke about her lack of curves, and I forgot what joke it was, and I was like, "Huh, I've never heard that joke before." I don't remember which one it was, but there's a joke of Keira Knightley's slender figure. I don't remember.
I remember.
It's very weird to hear a joke like that, but
Should have remembered it.
all I
at
know.
5 in the morning.
5 in the morning. Let's watch it. Let's have Albert watch it. And we'll come back and conclude with the joke.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I'm tired. It's nap time.
Nap time. Sleepy time.
Good time.
Yay. Anything
Evil
else?
Betty.
You know what this movie needs?
Master Payne.
Master Paint. No, Benoit Blanc as
Wait,
Captain
why?
Barbosa.
As Captain Barbosa?
Yeah.
Dude, he'd find that gold real quick.
Yeah. He would have saved the Persian army, and he would have saved this skeleton crew.
Yeah.
You know, you keep all the grenades separate from each other. You carry 10, you carry 10. All right? I sound like Dr. Phil slightly.
Yeah, slightly. Anything else about this movie? I feel like this is a good start for the series,
Yeah, it is.
Really good start. Yeah.
but I don't know.
140 million for this. The third one is one of the most expensive movies ever made.
And it's the worst one of the
Crazy.
three.
Is it? Of the three? Probably. Of the three, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not terrible.
It's not terrible, but
I enjoy them all equally, but I think that's the weakest.
they're all good for different reasons. I think the second two, the sequels after this, they just get like very like, I don't want to say political, but they just kind of get like very talky in some points.
I mean,
And
that's what you kind of have to do because you can't have nonstop action.
Yeah. But I feel like this one was
You can
pretty balanced.
in 300.
I mean, that's what I'm expecting.
Different. Yeah.
But with pirates and negotiations, like politics is going to come into it. I think that's needed.
Yeah.
Good. That makes it interesting. I think.
It does, but if you're a kid, you're not gonna be like.
But this series isn't made just for kids.
Yeah. He's right. It's made for me, big kids.
Yes.
Yeah. Anything else?
No?
No.
No.
Are you looking forward to the sequels? Revisiting the sequels?
Yeah. It's been a while since I've watched any of them, to be honest with you.
Yep.
And so,
And you've seen all of them?
except for the fifth one,
Just not the fifth one.
or
The fourth one, maybe.
I've seen the one with
At World's End.
yeah,
That's the third one.
that's the third one. I've seen the one about the Fountain of Youth.
That's the fourth.
Fourth one.
That's the fourth one. Yeah.
So yeah, I haven't seen the fifth one.
Yeah.
The last one I haven't seen for sure.
Okay.
Which is the fifth one.
Yeah. And there's no more wink into the camera, and the only blade here, wink. One and only.
Do you have anything else to say?
I don't think so.
Are you excited to see the sequels?
Excited to see the first one too.
Because you didn't watch it.
That's right,
We're all getting pirate hats for the second one.
dude.
No?
Yep.
Oh.
Tricorns for everyone.
What are we doing next?
Yearly recap.
Oh yeah. I like how Elmer just had that.
Okay then. Jackson plug. Subscribe to us like Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. Like, share. If you guys enjoy the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, should we keep watching them?
That should be the first in January. What's a J word for pirates, or I don't know.
Just scallywags.
Just scallywagging around.
Yeah.
Just scallywag January. Oh.
But yeah, best and worst of 2024.
Best and worst of 2024. What do you
All
more
old
details?
movies.
All old movies.
Okay. This has been Just a Podcast. And join us next time for our end of the year recap that we completely forgot about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we didn't forget. I remember for you guys.
Thanks.
I like how we were like, oh yeah. It reminded me of cure that ass.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
There was a pirate shirt at Goodwill. I should have bought it, but I was like, you know what? I don't need a shirt for every podcast episode.
That's gonna get him.
I mean, you didn't have a shirt last episode, so.
Should have bought the shirt.